Hiyo.
I'm doing great.
What's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Wow, that's a loaded question. Well, Rough Winds is showing here at the Delray Beach Film Festival, and I have a role in that movie, which has won several awards. And it's,
what's it about?
Rough Winds is about a young girl who tries to commit suicide and the reasons behind it, and it involves a lot of different characters that are all in the high school age, and what goes on deeply in their lives, and the things that high schoolers struggle with, like the girl trying to kill herself because she's been raped and nobody knows about it. Her best friend, who's very macho and nobody knows he's gay and he's struggling with his sexual identity. And then the third character, who is obsessed with her weight and she's becoming bulimic and anorexic.
Who's the director?
Andrea Olimbaria. She's a Colombian filmmaker. It's her first feature film. Being ready to film a short called Mercy, where I play the lead, Samantha. It's a dramatic role, and I get attacked in my house, and the perpetrator is attempting to rape my 10-year-old daughter, and something's happened during that time that makes him not do that, and then my husband goes out to try to kill him, but that doesn't happen. So it's a short little drama full of suspense. And then after that I'll be shooting Gallery Story, another short, and then after that I'll be shooting Wide Eyed, where I play Detective Mercer. It's a suspense drama feature film by Eddie Lingo, a filmmaker out of New York.
Nice.
Yeah,
you're a busy girl. Yeah, awesome. I'm so excited for you.
It's about the garbage of Jupiter Beach, which is a documentary by Cindy Lenz. And it's a story of a woman by the name of Annie Linkler, who created...
Ann Linkler.
Ann Linkler. It's a story about a woman named Ann Linkler who started a revolution in Jupiter Beach. Jupiter Beach has the distinction of being one of the only places in South Florida where you can walk your dog on the beach. And as you can imagine, that created all sorts of problems with waste products. And Annie, in her wisdom, created a methodology for getting it all cleaned up. Hundreds of people descend on this beach to collect the garbage and make sure the environment is safe. And many, many people have rallied around this movement that she created. Now, Annie died a couple of years ago, and the movement's still as strong as ever and growing and growing and growing. Now, that's what this documentary is all about. The documentary has many distinctions. In a world that's finally recognizing documentaries as a really good entertainment form, Cindy's been able to create a piece that's both informative and entertaining at the same time. And I know that she struggled to create this piece because you can see every minute of sweat put into this piece by going through it. The structure is beautiful. It's one of the better documentaries around right now. And it's a really worthwhile 16 minutes of your time, because this is really a phenomenon that's occurred in a very small part of Florida that still believes in allowing man and animal to coexist peacefully and righteously. I think Cindy's done a really great job, and I would give it, on your entertainment ticket review, I would give it 4 palm trees out of 5. It's an extremely good documentary and worth watching. Cindy, you did a good job, girl. My name is Alan Darnay. I'm a writer, director, author, lecturer. I have a book out called The Script, A Breakthrough Guide to Script Writing. And I'm here at the Delray Beach Film Festival in a parking lot at the moment, but I'm still here at the festival, which is terrific, by the way. Best little festival in the whole country, and you should be here. I've been asked what I'm up to. I have a film here that nobody knows about, a little short that was done in 1997 called Bartix. Won awards at the Fort Lauderdale Film Festival, a little short, and I'm not quite sure what day it's shooting. And then I did a script writing workshop. I had about 30 people there, and it was a great experience. And then I was on a film panel about how everything integrates with some really, really great people. So I'm having a great time here in the festival. Currently, I just finished a film for the Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce's 100th anniversary. I just finished a film for Broward Community College, and I am about to do what I call a medium, which is not a short and not a feature, called Bummed Out. It's kind of a comedy road picture between two buddies, so it's It's going to be a lot of fun. It was written by Larry Goddard, who's got to be the funniest scriptwriter in the world. And watch for it. It's going to be here next year. Other than that, I continue writing and enjoy my life in South Florida, where it's sometimes sunny, but this past year cold and rainy. But I would invite you to come down because the ocean is beautiful. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the festival. I'll see you soon.
My name is Javel Johnson. I'm originally from Jamaica, but I live in Plantation. Reckoning.
What's it about?
It's about a woman who experienced bad stuff in her past when she was younger, abuse and rape and all that, the loss of her mother, and she spends her whole life finding the guy who did this to her family, and she killed him.
Wow. Oh, I like that.
We had 3 Showa documentaries, a trilogy of Showa documentaries. And we had the Wasso Ghetto Uprising, the survivor stories, Sobibor, the plan, the revolt, the escape, and the Litva connection. Yeah, we had we showed the Litva connection last year, and we showed volunteer.
It centers around evolutionary psychology, why men behave the way they do. So if any woman wanted an insight of men's behavior, this is the film to go to.
What's it called?
Primates, Rudy and Luna, in Salt Lake.
Nice, so you came all the way here. What gave you the idea to shoot this film?
Well, actually, I was studying the science, evolutionary psychology. I was working on another script, and I used that as a reference for a character. And after reading this book and other books, textbooks about evolutionary psychology, I found a story in it. And I noticed that most people don't understand sometimes their own behaviors, especially in relationships. And so this is a theory describing, explaining if you wipe away morals, values, your conscience, what do you have but the primal instinct? And
so is this a narrative or a documentary?
Narrative.
Nice.
Yeah. It centers around 4 men who meet for cigars every month, and they end up bonding and talking about, inadvertently they end up bonding. It's very rare for men to bond. And so it's a film about that moment when it happens. And they end up talking about relationships. And each of them have a story about a woman that affected them. You know, whether it was from cheating on a wife or someone who couldn't find the right mate. And they end up sharing that. And there's one character who's a doctor, a psychologist, and he starts to explain to them about their acts and how they should have done it differently. And starts trying to solicit them to believe in his theory, that every man should have as much sex as he can to spread the gene pool. That is the nature of a man. And the question is, how do you do it and have a relationship at the same time? And he will explain it in that film.
The Good Soldier. 79 minutes. Perry Parks. The Good Soldier. It's already in production. It played on PBS, Bill Moyer's Journal in November. It's about 5 combat veterans, 1 from World War II, 2 from Vietnam, 1 from the Gulf War, and 1 from Desert Storm. It's basically about the misuse of soldiers during the last couple of wars. And I spent 30 months flying helicopters in Vietnam. I'm one of the 5 veterans. But the filmmakers couldn't make it, so...
We're here in the lunch for the filmmakers, and here, this is Bill Allison. He worked in the casino, which is Eleven, CSI, and many other films. Junkers Joe. Junkers Joe was the last film that he did before ours, and he has a part in our film. It plays the father that actually has the hepatitis C. That is the whole entire story develops.
You're the father.
Yeah.
It's a good part. Yeah, we got it. And that's one heck of a film. From Las Vegas.
The name of the film is Blues of Life, and it talks about this gentleman that has hepatitis. It's been diagnosed with hepatitis C, and the part has been played by Bill Allison. And the daughter, she can't find any more medication in a retail price. She's running out of money. So what she needs to do is go to the resources to a medication smuggler so she can get the medication for her dad.
What gave you the idea for this film?
I'm from South America, and I was born with free health insurance and basically free medication. And I know how cheap the medication is. So I started doing the research, and I started making the story about this guy that smuggled medications.